Hey, welcome to the latest episode. Have you ever done something and you kind of suck at it at the beginning? I am going to tell you why, and I'm going to help you through that. And the second thing we're going to talk about is, do you believe in what you're selling? It's a good question I think a lot of people should ask. Also, an awesome documentary about a psychiatrist. I know it sounds weird. I find the topic of psychology interesting, and this is a great documentary. And how do you check mail when you travel? Check your physical mail, I should say, when you're traveling around the world. Let's get into it. So I recently uploaded the first 2 episodes of this show, and I went back and I listened to it, as of course you should, and I was like, you know what? That sucked. What sucked was not so much my delivery or the topics, really the audio sucked. So I'm actually trying a different method of audio this time. Hopefully it's better. But in the same thought that I was like, oh, I suck at this, I also had the thought, well, yeah, of course I suck at this. Everyone sucks at everything at the beginning. You don't go from not doing something to being incredible at something the first time. There's a process that you have to go through, because you're going to go from never doing something, to kind of sucking, to kind of being okay at it, to kind of being good at it, and then great, and then you're going to be incredible eventually. But you have to go through those phases. You can't just jump to the end as much as you'd like to, as much as I'd like to. Like, I'm sure the first time Michael Jordan picked up a basketball, he probably didn't know what to do with it. The same with, let's say, Jimi Hendrix, picked up a guitar, or the first time someone tried to write a book, like, Stephen King. His first book probably sucked. I'm not sure what his first book was, but you get the idea. The first time you do something, you're going to be awful at it, but just know that that's a good thing, because that means you're on the way to being really good at it. But you have to suck at it first in order to be really good at it. All right. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes you feel better about trying new things. And it's okay to suck at the beginning. Now, if it goes an unreasonable time and you still suck, then adjust accordingly. But at the beginning, you're going to suck. Expect it. That's fine. So talking about things that kind of suck, have you ever been employed and you're trying to, let's say that you're a salesperson and you're really struggling to sell this product or get the word out about your business or whatever? I think an important question to ask is, do you believe in this product? Do you believe in this service? Because I think a lot of times the answer is no, and we only do things just to make money, just to get that paycheck. But belief or conviction, that will help you, because that'll build trust in the buyer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's watch this little clip here. Watch this, and I'll narrate here. So here we have the CEO
of Texas Armory Corporation. Today, I will redefine what it means to stand behind my product.
Yeah. So there's bulletproof glass on the side.
My name is Lawrence Casa. This is my AK-47, and today I get to shoot my boss.
With a gun.
Don't try this at home.
He's going to shoot his boss. Watch this. And he's going to fire off a couple shots. Here we go. Right. So that was absolutely amazing. I am not in the market for bulletproof glass, but if I was, this is the company, which I think is TAC. I want to say Texas something. I'll put it in the credits here. But he's literally willing to get shot with an AK-47 to prove that his product works. That's absolutely amazing. You don't have to go to this extreme, although something like this is great for social media. But I absolutely believe I've never, I don't have a need for this, but I believe that this product will work. He's literally putting his life on the line to show you that it will work. But, you don't necessarily, while it is fun to show danger, like I was thinking, how else could this be used and what are the industries? And so I have a note on my phone here. I was thinking, imagine a rope manufacturer. How boring is ropes, right? But let's say that there was a rope, an incredibly strong, fire-resistant rope that a company was selling. Imagine if, let's say it was the same idea. Let's say it was the CEO, sitting in a chair outside in the parking lot, and you just see the CEO. And then the camera pulls back and you see, let's say, a car suspended over his head with knives that are on fire, and it's all connected by one of their ropes. That would be an amazing visualization, which would build a lot of trust in people that see that. All right. So next time you sit in a meeting, I think a great question to ask is, how can we build trust do we believe in this product? How can we relay trust and conviction onto the buyers or our customers or our guests that come in here? All right, very, very powerful stuff if you can do that. All right, let's move on to the next part here. So if you're familiar with me and my story, you know that my wife and I have been traveling around to different countries for the last few years. And one of the questions that I've gotten was, how do you get physical mail? Because that's a problem, because my address always changes. I'm never in the same place for more than a few months at a time. Well, there's a service that I've used ever since we left the United States. It's called virtual postmail. And what it is it's a mailbox service that scans your mail and then it opens it. So when mail comes in, so I had to set up mail forwarding with the post office. So when you normally send mail to me, I normally live in Tampa, Florida, it gets forwarded to one of the mailboxes that virtual postmail assigned to me. And then they scan that mail, they scan the envelope on the outside. And then in my account, so I log into the account, I get a notification, you have a new mail. And you can go check it out. So you can see the outside of the envelope. And a lot of times it's just, flyers for crap, a pizza place or carpet cleaning or whatever. So from the outside of the envelope, there's two different buttons. I can choose to open it or throw it away. If it's something promotional that I don't care, I'm just going to throw it away. Or if it's, let's say, a bill, a credit card or something like that, I could choose to open it. And then once it's opened, now I can see the inside, and now I can do two things. I can either throw it away, there's once again that little trash can, or I can forward it to any mail address that I want. Now I have to pay for that forwarding part, but that's useful. Let's say I apply for a credit card. It sends a credit card there. That's actually happened before. I had the credit card forwarded to my mom, and then my mom got it to me. So that's how that works when you're traveling around different countries, of how you can get physical mail. All right. This is a great documentary called Stutz. It's actually Jonah Hill and his therapist. I guess they worked together for a long time. The therapist has really helped him. So he put together a documentary. Basically, it feels like a psychology session or like a therapy session. So I'm just going to play just a minute of the trailer and then I'll talk about it.
Therapist, but my life has gotten immeasurably better as a result of working with you. If it worked for me, maybe it will work for other people.
The average shrink will say, don't intrude on the patient's process. They will come up with the answers when they're ready. That's not acceptable.
They just listen. And your friends, who are idiots, give you advice. And you want your friends just to listen, and you want your therapist to give you advice.
You don't have to solve all their problems, but you have to give somebody the feeling that they can change right now.
Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But the therapist, part of what he does is he makes these great diagrams and a lot of different concepts. So he talks about something called, and I have notes on my phone here, he talks about something called Part X. It says it's the factor in us that makes growth and change feel impossible in the face of adversity. And it's the aspect of ourselves that we recognize as a fixed limitation. And it intimidates every pursuit. Thought it was genius. And then here, you see, like I said, he has a lot of these diagrams. And this one is sort of a line and then a circle and then a line and then a circle. It's sort of connected. And then some of those circles have little dark parts in it. This is what he calls the string of pearls. I think this is fantastic. And so, once again, I'm just going to read my notes here. So it says each pearl is similar size. You can think of each action as having the same value no matter what it is. That means that every large or small action in your life, like brushing your teeth, getting a new job, whatever, is just that. It's a thing to do. It says you're the only person who can put the next pearl on the string. But notice I said some of them have a little black part in it. But within each pearl, not all of them, but some of them, is what he calls a turd. And it's a reminder that no effort you make will be perfect. And the key is to acknowledge that and keep adding to the string anyway. It's a great documentary. It's on Netflix. And it really talks about, and he hits on so many topics that I didn't know. It really helps you understand why you make certain decisions and why you feel a certain way. It's on Netflix. It's free. Check it out. It's called Stutz. All right. And with that, let's talk about, and it's not ready yet, but we're in the process, my wife and I are in the process of writing a book about our travels. If you've always wanted to travel but haven't been able to, when this book is available, I'll mention it on the show. We'll tell you all about it. But we're in the process of writing it now, but it will be coming soon. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.